What's up, Motorheads? Welcome back to Gearbox Pizza. Today, we're taking a look at electric cars. We're gonna rank these things. We're gonna give you the top 10 electric cars based on range. So, gone are the days of like 80 miles. Today, you're looking at well in the 200 miles, 300 miles. Pretty impressive, even 400 miles. So, we're going to go through the top 10, starting with the shortest range and all the way to the King Poobah. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what that one is, but don't want to spoil it for those of you who don't. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So starting us off at number 10 is a little sweet little thing coming out of Korea, and I'm talking about the Kianero. I don't know, it's a cool name, right? It's fine looking. It's not going to win any beauty contest, but you can do a lot worse, and the price is right. Starting at $39K, build quality solid, with a range of, get this, 239 miles. That's not bad. Well done, Kia. Next up on the list at number 9, we've got our first American electric car. First of quite a few, as we'll get into. But I'm talking about Chevy. I'm talking about the Chevy Bolt. I'm talking about the Chevy Bolt EUV electric utility vehicle. The naming's sort of generic, just like the styling. Here's the thing. This thing, good size. You can fit people, you can fit stuff. Starts at under $34,000. Like, that's amazing. And a range of 247 miles. These are good numbers. These are great numbers. Chevy, this would have been a home run. But the styling, I mean, I haven't met anybody who's like, ooh, check that sweetie out. Damn. No, I don't know. Look here on the bright side, it's not as ugly as the Chevy Bolt little brother, the little fella. We'll get to that, but ooh, that one's rough. This one's just non-offensive, maybe, but I don't know. Come on, Chevy, pick up your game. All right, moving on to number 8, and we're going back across the pond, the lake, the big one, way across. I'm saying back to Korea, and we're talking about the Hyundai Kona. Which is basically, it's basically the Kianero, or vice versa. I mean, they're built on the same platform. Although I have to say the Kona is a much better looking, I think. At least it has some design perspective. It looks all right. Okay, now we're talking. Like, I like this. Anyway, the specs starts under 38 grand, like 37.4. A little over 200 horsepower, I think. You can spec it up into the mid 40s, but the range on this baby, 258 miles. That's great. That's really good. I mean, that's more than enough for most people, I think. And this we're starting to put range anxiety to bed. So again, Korea, Hyundai, I think I like it. It's good. Next up at number 7, we're coming back to the great US of A, and back to Chevy specifically, and to the Chevy Bolt. Yep, it's the Bolt. It's time for the Bolt. All right, we're just gonna start off on the positive side. We're just gonna stay calm. We're gonna be relaxed. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna say good things about this as hard as we can. It's look, the range 259 miles. Check, home run, boom. The price is under $32,000. Home run. All right, so how can this not be amazing? Chevy. I don't know. It might be hard to design something uglier, I'm afraid. I mean, unless they had to look like this so you could save a bunch of money, there's no excuse. There really just isn't. I mean, it's just beyond generic. This is like those generic cars in commercials when you can't show an actual car. This is like the stand-in. This is like, I don't know, kind of like a grease fire on top of a pile, on top of roadkill in August, with a lot of humidity. I mean, that's just kind of what we're looking at here, guys. Chevy, please, like, refresh this thing. Do something. I don't know. Because it could be a home run. It really could be. All right. Okay, next up at number 6, we're going to Europe. We are going to Germany, the Germans, and Volkswagen. We're talking the Volkswagen ID 4, which is the first of, I think, quite a few Volkswagen electric cars that'll be coming stateside. And yeah, this one's it's a great start, Volkswagen. We're looking at a range of 260 miles. again, very good. And we're looking at, you know, starting price in the low 40s. They're sort of available. You can see a few around, but, you know, mass market, they'll be kind of coming out more towards the end of the year. You know, you can spec these things up into like the mid 50s, I believe. But, you know, if you're just chill with the options, I think you can get a pretty good vehicle. The size looks to be about right. The styling is maybe a little conservative for me, but it's not like, I mean, it's way better than that freaking Bolt. So, you know, for the first selector option, Volkswagen, all right, 260 miles. Yeah, it's pretty good. Well done. Next up at number 5, coming back to the States, USA. Yes. And we're talking about the Ford Mustang Mach-E. And look, it starts at with a 230 mile range, but you can spec this thing up, I believe, to get about 305 mile range. And, you know, Ford's kind of crushing it lately. I got to be honest. You got that Bronco's looking great. The Maverick. You know, the Mach-E, I tell you, if you would have told me about this without seeing it a year ago, I said, wait, like a Ford Mustang electric crossover? Like, get out of here. Come on. But, you know, it kind of works. And styling wise, it's crazy. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I think it looks pretty good. I think it does. You know, I'm so wrong on this thing. But way to go, Ford. You know, price is competitive with the Model Y. You know, it actually is pretty competitive with the Model Y. So, yeah, I can't fault you for getting one of these over it, even though the range is a little bit shorter. But yes, it's cool. Ford, keep it up, bro. Keep it up. Moving on, number 4, staying in the great US of A. And this is where we get into Tesla territory. We're in Tesla country now. And look, the rest of the list, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but you already know it's just nothing but Tesla from here on out. I mean, they're crushing it. Elon, they're just making these sweet electric cars that can go forever. It's pretty incredible. Talking about the Model Y long range at number 4 with a range of 326 miles, which is solid. It's good. Price, you know, we're looking at mid 50s, high 50s. You know, it's not nothing, but it's not crazy either. I mean, this is the Tesla most people should get. It's got plenty of space. It's plenty quick. Oh, that's the other thing. Performance-wise too, Tesla, you know, for the money, very, very compelling. Come on, dude, give me an instrument cluster, a gauge cluster, give me something. I don't like everything on the big screen. Just a little tiny little screen just shows me just a couple things, speed, that kind of stuff. Please, in the next one, or update it. I mean, that would be sweet. Anyway, all in all, just awesome from here on out, I think. So there's the Model Y. Moving on. All right, moving on to number 3. Yep, you know what this is. Tesla Model 3 at number 3. That's kind of cool. Anyway, this is, you know, now we're getting into serious range. The long range Model 3, we're looking at 353 miles. That's serious range. I mean, you don't need more than this, do you? I mean, at this point, you know, that's like a average range of a gas car, dinosaur juice car. And we're looking, you know, price is relatively decent in the low 50s. I think you can probably get out the door with one of these guys. Well done, Elon. 353 miles of range. Also, I think it looks better in the Model Y, but dude, come on. Just give me a gauge cluster, bro. Please. Oh, God. All right, so number 2, you know what it is. It's the Tesla Model X long range. The big one, the sport utility, the Falcon doors, you know, is pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, what's not to like? Well, the price. But look, range 360 miles. Yeah, that's amazing. Now we're just no compromise. You know, this car, gas car. I mean, there's no difference anymore. What does kind of suck is how expensive this bad boy is. I mean, good luck really building one of these for like under 100K. I mean, maybe you get a little under 100K, but it's still gonna be pretty close. But on the bright side, you do get a gauge cluster, so it's almost worth spending that extra 40 grand just for that gauge cluster, if I'm honest. But, well, I mean, if I had it, but I don't. Anyway, so super fast, family hauler, seats 7, all the tech you want, and the gauge cluster, 360 miles. Hey, it's cool. Yes, if we could just get it a little bit more affordable, and maybe let's keep working the styling. It's getting better, Elon, but keep working it a little bit. All right, so we're here. We are the top of the mountain. We are at the Everest of long range, and we're talking about the Tesla Model S long range. Just updated. You got this version and the plaid version. I don't know, if you ask me, this is the better buy by like 50 grand, tons of range, still stupid fast. I mean, we're looking at 405 miles. You know, I've seen 412. We're up there. We're over 400 miles. We're now at the point where there's more range than you can seriously kind of drive at a time. I mean, you're going to need to take a break before you can deplete this battery. Really no compromise. This is the Halo car. You know, the plaid version goes a trillion miles an hour, more than you need, but this long range still hits 60 in like 3.1, which is a serious performance machine. You know, it's not cheap, but for what you get, I mean, it's just again, there's no competition for this kind of range, this sort of quality, this sort of tech. It's the big boy. It's the winner. It's the champion. Well done. I love the fact that this thing exists. I can't imagine where we're going to be 5-10 years from now, but pretty exciting. Tesla just whipping it, just doing awesome. Way to go. So there it is. Those are the top 10 electric cars with the longest range on sale today in the US. And Tesla's cleaning up. You got top 4, but there's some competition coming, and it's amazing that we have options here, and there's going to be more and more options, which is great, you know. So the future's bright for electric. Excited to see this thing kind of moving forward. Excited to see where this range continues to grow. So pretty cool. All right, take it easy, guys and girls. Talk soon. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and hit that bell thing. Yeah, do that so we can keep making more of these. All right, later.
I want some pizza!